Alright guys, welcome back. We'll get straight into this one. It's 18 holes round at Hill Valley. We're going to try and squash this into 20 minutes. I'm playing the Emerald course here at Hill Valley Golf Club and Hotel and Spa. It's just on the north of Shropshire, just outside the town of Whitchurch. It's a par 73 course. It's 6,300 yards long. It's absolutely throwing it down with rain. Certainly the wettest round of golf I think I've had for a while. I've got the very first tee off of the day here just before 7 o'clock going off, and the course is absolutely dead. I'm going to try and squeeze this in. There's no commentary on the actual video itself, but I'm going to try and just do a little bit of commentary over the top. It's a rapid fire round here today, 20 minutes and we'll be done. Starting the first hole here with a par 5. I've managed to get up to the green or just about on the green in regulation here, 2 putting out for a par, quite short par 5 to be fair. But a bit of a daunting tee shot, this one off the tee box. The hotel is literally right behind. There's 3 floors of hotel rooms all peering over the first tee. Luckily it was early enough in the morning that nobody was glaring out the window at me, putting the pressure on. And we've started off with a par on that hole. Second hole here is a par 4, blindish tee shot over a bit of a rise. There's a lollipop stick up there in the distance. Pumped a 4-iron up there, lovely and safe. This shot is awful, complete fat. Look at my face here, absolutely fuming. Duffed it. I felt bad here, even worse, because the greenkeeper, you can see him sat to the side there. He was waiting for me to play my shot. Redeemed myself a little bit here. Put a nice shot into sort of 4 or 5 feet with the sand wedge, and I've given myself a chance at least of putting out for par. Greens look pretty good. It was really wet, so they were running really slow, but they're really good condition for the most part, the greens here. Although they have been sort of aerated slightly, you can see the pattern on the green. Buzz the right hand side of the cup, and yeah, I missed the par putt. Rolling in for the first bogey of the day, 1 over through 2 holes. Yeah, disappointing really, but it was that second shot that cost me. Another blind tee shot. This course is called Hill Valley. I'm assuming it was named because of the fact that it's uphill, down dale, in through valleys, all that sort of stuff. It was quite sort of physically demanding, this course. If you're not particularly good on your feet or whatever, then they do have an army of buggies available in the clubhouse for you to use. Yeah, just missed the green at the back here. It was quite a nice approach shot there with the 7-iron. Yeah, absolutely throwing it down here. I've left the camera stood underneath the umbrella just to keep it out of the rain. You can see how heavy it's coming down now. I do have a jacket in my bag, but it was one of those funny days actually. It looks really wet and cold, but it was actually about 18 or 19 degrees. It was actually quite warm and humid. It was really weird. There we go, putting in for a par on the third hole. Not a bad start, to be honest. 1 over through 3. Today's theme, I guess, on this round is probably the putting. It's a game of good putts, bad putts. I think this hole in particular is a bad putt after a really good tee shot, to be fair. Put it in the middle of the green with another 7-iron from 170 odd yards, and yeah, this is the start of some pretty shocking putts. But then I do redeem myself with some decent saves. Look at the state of that. I've left myself 5 feet short from 10 feet. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, this is the par putt on this hole. Thankfully, I can putt a little bit, and I've managed to save the par here. So the 5th hole. What are we on here? Yeah, the 5th hole is a par 5. It's a bit of a dogleg par 5, and then it sort of runs round the corner to the left and then up the hill. Caught lucky here. I just pushed my tee shot up and it just clipped these trees on the right hand side and just sort of bounced back down onto the fairway. It was heading in for a bit of trouble. It's just dropped down. Probably could have gone for the green here with maybe a 3-iron or a 3 wood possibly, but I've just laid up here. I just didn't have a decent sight of it, so I've laid up with a 5-iron to give myself about an 80-yard shot in. Gone with the gap wedge and just a flick up the hill. Yeah, it's playing the percentage game here, not going for any sort of Hollywood shots. Only just caught the front edge of the green. You can see it's just kind of spun back. It's a bit of an uphill putt, this one, and the ball has spun back and just kind of caught up against the front front edge of the green here. So it's a lengthy old putt, probably 55 feet up, dead flat, like, you know, dead straight. There's no real break in this, so it's yeah, caught the pace really nicely there. I was a little bit, I don't know what I said to the camera there, but I was a little bit pleased with myself. So it's another par, salvaged a par, and marching on through 5 holes, 1 over. Hole 6 is another par 3. It's yeah, not a particularly good shot off the tee box here with the 7-iron. Left it outright. I played it out there to sort of draw it back across with my natural right to left shape, but yeah, I didn't really play it particularly well. I've left myself down the side of the green here. Just kind of need a flick up. It's really short-sided. The flag is only maybe sort of 3 yards on the green this side, so I just wanted to hop it on the top of the hill. It wasn't a bad effort, to be fair. Maybe needed another yard of distance just to hop onto the top of the hill. So I've left myself a testy sort of 6-7 foot putt coming into the green. You can see the greens look in pretty good condition. They are a bit patchy in places, but they were really good. And yeah, this is a breaker. This is going to break from left to right as you're looking at this one. Didn't get a bad read on it, but it's another drop shot here. So we've gone 2 over through 6 holes, and I think we've got another par 5 coming up on hole 7. Shortish par 5, 450 yards. Kind of caught a lucky break with this one. It thinned the drive off the tee. It went down straight down the middle. There are a couple of water gullies that run left to right. You can see one sort of about 150 yards, and then this one here was about 280 yards away, and I just hung it up short from it. Dreadful approach shot. Don't know what I did with it. Turned my wrists right over the top of it, and I've missed the green, missed the bunker, and I've left myself this horrible shot back over. Luckily, I think I've played this as probably as good as I could, really. I've just flicked this with a lob wedge, opened the face, and left it 4 or 5 feet. Birdie putt. That was not a bad effort. Again, it's a game today of good putts, bad putts. I'll take a par. You know, it wasn't a particularly conventional way of playing that hole. Sort of scrambled it away. Hole 8, this is stroke index 1, this one on the golf course. I don't know why, it's not a particularly long hole. There's a bit of water up to the side of the green as well. I probably wanted to be left side of the fairway here just to sort of take that water out, so I am dicing. I've got to go over that water. Yeah, and it's kind of forced me to go to the left hand side just to stay away from that water. But I have found the green, I think, just about anyway, or maybe just on the fringe of the green. But it's a lengthy putt coming back across the green, and it's a bit of a breaker. This one's going to break sort of 3 or 4 feet from right to left as we're looking at it. Probably the best putt, I reckon, of the day. I know it didn't go in the hole, but probably the best putt and best read of the day. I was quite pleased with myself marching across the green there again. Yeah, and we're tapping in again for another par. So we're 2 over through 8 holes, and the 9th hole is a fairly short par 4 dogleg to the left, almost like a 90-degree dogleg. Short enough that I can play a 6-iron off the tee here. There is a lollipop stick down there in the fairway there that I've marked. It's about a 180 shot here with a 6-iron. Just turned it round the corner. I've left myself a nice shot into the green. I don't know whether you could play this hole any other way other than laying up with a mid-iron. I put 7-iron there on the screen. I think it was a shorter club than that. I think it was actually a gap wedge. But I found the green in regulation, and again, this is another breaker. This one, it's going to come from right to left as we're looking at it. A little bit downhill. Didn't really read the pace particularly well, but this is another par putt. This is to finish up the front 9 plus 2, and yeah, pretty good card this one. I've not played this golf course. I played this once, this golf course, many years ago, probably 15, 16 years ago. So this is the first time I've played it in a long time. So it's basically like playing it, you know, for the first time. You know, I don't remember the course. But yeah, not a bad card there. No birdies on there, but a couple of squares, a couple of bogeys. But yeah, out in 39 plus 2, can't complain. It was at this point I went back into the clubhouse on the way to the 10th hole and swapped my trolley for a golf buggy, just because it was so wet and I just wanted to kind of keep out the rain a little bit. So I've traded the golf trolley in for a buggy for the back 9 here. And yeah, not started particularly badly. Pumped a nice 4-iron down in the fairway. There's a this fairway, you can see it runs off into a big valley there. I managed to sort of lay up short of it. Found the bunker with my second shot just at the side of the green here, and again it's a little bit short-sided. Just want to flick this out as best I can with this lob wedge. And this is an area of my game I do need to practice a bit more. You know, I'm not particularly good out of bunkers. I don't play enough of these bunker shots. Played it pretty good, to be fair. You know, sort of flicked it out nicely. Didn't get the line particularly good, but I've given myself a 6-footer to save par. You can see the clubhouse in the distance there, and the tee box just in front. It is all downhill and uphill again. So we're starting the back nine with a par, and yeah, we're still two over. Quite tight, the back nine in places. This one here is a little bit tight. Not particularly brave enough to go with the driver on this one, so I've gone with 4-iron, dead consistent with 4-iron. Left myself a little bit blocked out by this big old oak tree here, but I left a short enough club that I can get up and over it. And yeah, this is probably one of the better iron shots I think I played in the day. It found the middle of the green and left myself a decent putt. This followed that shot with an absolutely dreadful putt. I'm not proud of this one at all. I don't know what I was reading, where I was aiming. Bad. I'm pretty soaked there, as you can see. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't have a better jacket. But yeah, the rain's coming down now properly, and I'm getting a bit wet. So this is another par putt to save par. It's a 3-footer. Yeah, luckily I was following up some of these bad putts with some alright sort of par saves. Yeah, this is a nice hole. Listen, everything's running right to left on this golf hole, so I'm trying to sort of keep the ball up the right hand side. Just sort of punched it underneath these trees on the right hand side. Left myself again blocked out by this oak tree, and I tried to go up and over with the pitching wedge, but caught the leaves on the top of it, and it's just killed all the pace. And it's left the ball short just on this kind of bank here. Really tricky shot, and yeah, ball's miles above my feet here. Should have been aiming a bit further right, to be honest with you. I don't know why I was almost aiming at the flagstick here. I should have been aiming maybe sort of 4 or 5 yards to the right, just because this ball is going to come left off the club, and as you'll see, very predictable when I look back at it. And I've left myself a rather testy putt now to par this hole. So yeah, these are the things I need to brush up and try and introduce into my game. These decision making and sort of planning the way around. So this is a par putt from probably all of 15 feet. And again, you can see the rain is absolutely throwing it down now. Not bad for pace, just didn't read the roll of the green particularly well there, so I've left myself a tap-in putt for the bogeys. This will put me 3 over through 12 holes. Again, it's, you know, I'm not disappointed in the slightest. I expect bogeys on the card, you know, so 3 over at this point is pretty good. Another par 5. Pulled this one. I wanted to go round these 2 trees to the right of them, and I've actually sort of pushed it through the middle of them. I caught a bit of a lucky break. It sort of bounced through the middle of these trees and come out the other side. Probably could have gone for the green in 2 here. I was trying to get up there, but I didn't catch the ball particularly well. Pushed it out to the right and I've left myself again a cheeky little flick over these bunkers with the lob wedge. Not playing these too badly, to be fair. Playing them pretty good for pace and distance. Just need to kind of move my feet and just change my aim point a little bit, just to get the ball a bit closer to the flag. So this is another birdie putt. Again, I don't know. Yeah, it's not a bad putt. Probably needed a little bit more for pace, but that was a birdie putt. Tapping in for par, and still rolling through 3 over at this point. Hole 14, And another par 4, just trying to open the face a little bit on the driver here, just to try and sort of move it to the right of the fairway. It came off the club pretty nicely, to be fair. Just probably pushed it a bit further right than I wanted, so I've just scampered over the cart path, but left myself a really short sand wedge into the green. And again, this, not really done myself any favours here by putting it close to the flag. I've left myself a fairly pacey, lengthy putt, which I've not done particularly well. We've still left myself a 4.5 foot putt for the par. I told you it was a day of up and down putting, so some good ones and some bad ones. This is a particularly bad one for putting for me. It's another bogey. It's an avoidable bogey, I think, but yeah, it's a bogey nonetheless. So 4 over through this point. Again, caught a lucky break here, thinned this 9-iron, just missed the bunker on the right hand side, and it's kind of scampered up through the rough towards the back of the green. I don't even know what to say about that shot there, the sand wedge. I don't even know what I was trying, but it didn't go well, it didn't look good, and I've left myself this, again, another 12-13 foot put down this hill, and it is a bit of a breaker as well. This is almost a yard outside the right hand side of the cup, to break back towards the flag, a little bit down from the right to left. You can see the sort of slope of the green. Yeah, that's one of the good ones. Another one of the good putts. There weren't many, but yeah, we'll take that for a par. So that was a long par save, that one. Probably one of my best tee shots of the day, this one. Absolutely cracked this driver off the tee. I wanted to put the shape on there. I did want to open the face a little bit and just sort of try and baby fade this round the corner. Stuck it up the fairway, 290 yards. Left myself a 6-iron into this par 5. It was a blind shot over the hill. The actual greens just left that sort of small gap in the trees, but I didn't quite get the line right or the distance, and just left it short here. So another testy flick over the corner of this bunker. Played it pretty well with the lob wedge. I'm on the green for 3. We're putting now. This is a legitimate putt for birdie. This could be the first birdie on the card. I was getting excited at this point because it's this. I felt like I got a decent read of this putt. Not a huge amount going on. It's just a straight in putt. There were some lines on the green where it's been aerated, which made me think, I don't know whether it sort of misled me or what. But yeah, this is a legitimate birdie putt. The first one of the day. Devastated. Tap in par, +4, going on to the 17th. Another par 3 coming up next. And again, I couldn't see the surface of the green here. I could see the top of the flagstick. Absolutely flushed it right down the flagstick. I thought this was going to be really close when I got up to the green. It wasn't too bad. It was sort of 8-10 feet away. And another hole burner to leave myself another tap-in par putt. Ooh, just slipped in. So a +4 going down the 18th. The 18th is a lovely hole here. It's a really sort of picturesque hole. It's a nice approach down to the clubhouse. A good tee shot over this kind of water feature here. Didn't really know what line to play here. Wasn't sure exactly what the line was. I probably should have gone, sort of another 20 yards left. But I've left myself sort of just over the cart path here and tight up to these trees, which I played an 8-iron trying to sort of fizz it over the top of these trees. Caught a huge lucky break here. Did sort of clip the trees as it was moving through, and it's kind of rolled up on the fringe of the green and then just dropped off the right hand side and caught up in this rough. Absolutely chucking it down at this point. I was soaked through to the skin and just trying to hole out to get off the golf course with a really respectable score, to be honest. My handicap is somewhere between 7 and 10 at the minute. I don't have an official handicap, probably near a 10, maybe around 8. So a +4 score for me. It was around a golf course which I've not really got any memory of playing. I have played it before, but it's effectively the first time I played this golf course. Yeah, +4 score here. if this goes in. It's an absolutely belting score around this golf course. Really enjoyed this round of golf. I need to get back here in a couple of weeks' time with Andy when he's back off his holidays. Make sure you tune in to watch the video with me and Andy around Hill Valley, and like and subscribe if you haven't already.